Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Rocks with Pawnee Rocks Truck Shop, and yet another Pathfinder pickup supercharged engine swap update. And today I am putting together the injector rails. These I'm hoping will help with my overfueling issue that I have going on right now. As many of you know, this is a supercharged VG33ER swap using a VG30E ECM out of a 1992 Nissan Pathfinder. Excuse me while I have a cup of tea here. On paper, this should work just fine. The problem lies in the fact that the VG30 computer does not know that this engine is supercharged, and it does not know that the injector size has been increased. And to compound that, the injectors are not only, the supercharged injectors are not only larger in terms of how many cc's it puts out per duty cycle, they are like twice what the maximum VG30E injector would put out under extreme situations. There's like almost a 200 cc difference. So with that, the computer can try and pull back the timing or pull back the duty cycle on these injectors as much as it wants. It's probably still overfueling the engine because the computer just does not know how to pull them back that far. So the computer's thinking it's getting a drip when it's getting like 4 drips. I'm just using that as a kind of an example there. I know they don't drip into the cylinders. But that's quite a lot. They're twice the size, pretty much twice the size of the original injectors. The computer doesn't know how to handle that. It doesn't even know what's going on. And it's overfueling, and it was running. And if you go back about 4 or 5 videos, you can see a very tragic test drive down my driveway, which resulted in it fouling out to the point where it no longer tries to even start. I pulled the plugs. Every single one of them was caked with soot, completely black. I'm sure that the amount of times I tried to start it before that, when it was only running for 15 seconds and shutting off due to the fact that the timing was way out and the throttle position sensor was not responding the way it was supposed to, I'm sure those spark plugs got cooked. But I still think it has an overfueling issue because of the size of the injectors. So I put it out there as a comment on a couple different pages, Facebook pages, on my own channel here on YouTube, suggesting possibilities of things I should try. Should I try VG30 injectors? I was told that, yeah, it would run. Oh, yeah, it would run. But it would probably run into major problems when I'm at boost at high RPM. If I'm going into boost at high RPM, those injectors just don't have what it takes to be able to fuel it. I would probably lean out and end up damaging something. So those are kind of off the books there, or off the list, if you will. Floppy Nissan gave several suggestions along with a few other viewers, and some of them I'm looking into. This is one of Floppy Nissan's suggestions that I'm exploring right now. And in the previous unboxing video, all these pieces that you see in front of you are from him, and I still really appreciate all the help that he's put into the project. The idea is that these injectors are regular non-supercharged VG33E injectors. They're still bigger than the VG30 injectors, but they're smaller, slightly smaller than the ER injectors. So my hope is that if the computer goes to pull these back, duty cycle wise, that they will pull back further and we won't have an overfueling issue at that point. But they're still bigger than the VG30 injectors, so I shouldn't have a lean out situation. Now, I'm not building a race truck. This is not going on any tracks. This is not going drag racing or anything like that. I'm building something that I can take the cars and coffee. I'm building something that I can enjoy on, just driving around town. and I'm hoping that I can pull a small, like a really small, like a Trillium 4500 style camper, and maybe a canoe or something at some point. You know, like it could be a bug out truck. Nothing that's going to be drag racing, nothing that's going to be sitting there blowing flames out the back. It's not going to have a burp and fart tune like some of these annoying Subarus have at some point. But I do want it to be able to get out of its own way. I do want to be able to get on it a little bit and not have it completely destroy itself, either by leaning out or by fouling out the injectors. It does run. You know, it still probably needs a little bit of fine tuning, but today I started with replacing the O-rings on the injectors themselves. There's one here on the tip and there's one right here on the body. The best tool for pulling those off is a hook along the lines of this. You just kind of hook into it, pull them off. And then I went out and I bought these Beck Arnley sets from Rock Auto. That's the part number. I bought 6 of these. That included these 2 O-rings. Also included the flat face O-ring that goes around the piece here that actually seals the injector to the inside of the cup here. I don't have one that I can show you because I'm not at that point yet. It also includes the replacement. I would say that this is a spacer, a rubberized spacer. It includes 6 of these as well. And then it also includes the O-rings that go around the actual bottom piece of the injector. Just knocking stuff over right here. It goes right here, which is this slips into the intake manifold, and that seals the rail to the manifold. So it comes with all the gaskets that you need to do it. So it's Thursday evening. I got nothing better to do. There's no woman in my life to tell me not to do this in the kitchen. One of the perks of being a free man, single forever kind of thing. So here I am assembling the rail, and as you can see, I've got injectors 1, 3, and 5 already in place. Number 6 is in place. All I got left is number 2 and number 4 to put in. I'm not going to put this in the truck yet. I'm going to, if the weather's good tomorrow when I get home from work, I will do a quick slap of this thing into the truck and put the hoses on. I mean, everything's still apart on the truck, so it would be rather easy to do that. The only other thing that I've got that I bought from the dealer is this O-ring for the fuel pressure regulator. This is the fuel pressure regulator right here. I'm not sure if this one's any good. Alex, if you're watching this video, can you tell me if you remember if this one's good? It's got a little bit of rust going on in here because I kind of left it in the package a little too long while it was still damp. I don't suspect that's going to kill it, but I mean, if not, I've got the other fuel pressure regulator that I can put this O-ring on. This is the Nissan part number for that O-ring 16618-10V10. Get that from your local dealer. It's about $8, and it seals the fuel pressure regulator to the rail itself. I had a pressure regulator that worked, but it was seeping a lot of fuel from between the rail and the body, and so that O-ring has to be trashed. So if I don't end up using this regulator, I will still put an O-ring on it. But if this regulator is no good, I have one that I know is good, it's just leaking. I'll reseal that. So then that rail will be done. If you like what you've seen and this channel has brought you any kind of entertainment or education, please hit that subscribe button. Share it with your friends. Share it on Facebook. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys' thoughts on this are. And I will see you guys in the next one. Maybe this weekend I'll key it over and see if it see what it does, and if it wants to run and it runs better and I feel confident in it, maybe I'll take it down the street to the town barns and bring it back for one ride in 2023, and then I'll put the cover back on it and I'll work on it next year, putting the rest of the body work on it and everything, but the engine will be done. Anyways, I thank you guys. See you in the next one. Later.